Everything you do is weirdly and awkwardly copied by wizards or snakes because you hold a secret power. You hold a divine secret power that you may be unaware of. There are certain aspects to you that are being studied by scientists, are hidden from the entire world, are kept under wraps, are secret, are on the hush, because they don't want you to know just how great you are. Because if you actually knew how great you were, you would further tap into what your true capabilities are. And your true capabilities are greater than that of the average or the person who even becomes the greatest version of themselves. You are the epitome. You are the greatest. You are the most powerful. All right? There are those of us who don't even know that much about ourselves because it's by design. They don't want us to know that much about ourselves or who we are or what our truest capabilities are. We have to put effort and work and time into ourselves to figure that out, to see what we can truly be and become that on our own. Because they know. That's why there's so many attacks against us. And that's why there's so many plots and plans and schemes and things being done covertly and even overtly to try and stop us from doing just that. And when those types of things are occurring, it can only mean one thing. It can only prove that what we're saying in this video is true. And it's true because the proof is in the pudding. You can tell and you can see by the ways and means that others operate around you, and by the ways and means that others interact with you. When they copy you and when they do things that show you and let you know that they're watching you and that they're observing you and taking note of the things that you do, because they are able to see how it benefits you. You're smart, you're wise, you're intelligent. A smart person is always going to be watched and attract haters because you're clever. Clever people are always watched, and clever people will always attract haters because they're upset and angry and mad that they can't do what it is that you do. And you may think you're just a regular person. You may think you're just an average person, but you're not just a regular or average person. You have powers and capabilities that are greater than those who are around you. Not to toot your own horn, not to try and put yourself above someone else, not to try and make yourself out to be better than anybody else. It's just the truth. It's the truth that some have certain abilities and certain powers than others don't. A lion is going to be more powerful than a cat. You're not wrong, or there's nothing bad about you because you recognize the differences between a lion and a cat. Some are meant to be lions, some are meant to be cats. Some people are upset because they're a cat and they're not a lion. And then some people they've programmed to have them think that they're a cat when they're actually a lion. There's some people who they've programmed to think that they're no one and they're nothing when they're absolutely everything and they're absolutely that they're someone. But you have weird people who place themselves around you and will watch you because you possess this energy, and their jealousy will try to their jealousy will try to throw you off of your game. They'll use their jealousy as a tool and as a tactic to try to upset you or confuse you or distract you from what it is that you're doing. All right. And you'll know this because you'll be able to see the behavior and the changes in the environment and those who are around you and how strange they act. People just are desperate for attention when they see someone of a magnitude of your own that's enjoying everything that we're talking about and focused on themselves. You're not paying attention to the people who are or feel that they're beneath you, and it's not your fault that they're beneath you. A lion, if a lion doesn't pay attention to a cat and the cat is upset, that's the cat's fault. The lion has, it's not the lion's fault for not paying attention because some other creature is offended because of who it is and what its capabilities are. But when it comes to people, and because we have to interact with people, and the world that we live in is so vast, there are multiple types of people or spirits that you'll have to interact with on a daily basis, and you have to be able to master the type of person you have to be around each and every one of these individuals. All right. You have to master the type of person you have to be around each and every one of these individuals. Some people you're going to have to play dumb around because they may be in a higher position than you, and if you offend them, then they're going to feel some type of way, and then they're going to be targeting you and taking out how they feel around you. And this could be a situation, or this could be something that you need to work out, and they could not like having to deal with you or the change or the new you or the differences that you're making or the improvements that you're making. They're used to you being a whole separate type of way. They're not used to you being this new improved person that you just discovered that you could be. So you have to look at the situation like this. There are going to be people who behave this way because it's embedded in their DNA. All right, it's embedded in your DNA to astound others. It's embedded in your DNA to inspire others. It's embedded in your DNA to be the best that you could absolutely be. It's embedded in your DNA to take things to a new level. It's embedded in your DNA to be a progenitor. All right. It's embedded in your DNA to be the greatest that there absolutely ever could be, and to set a trail ablaze, and to set the mark for others to follow. All right. It's not your fault that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. You can't control the way things are, but that's why there's so much hate. That's why there's so much anger. You're in a position and a situation that you have to take power in and take control of, but you're expecting the person who created you and gave you all this ability and all this power to step in and to make this and to make things different for you. That has to be something that has to happen individually. We already have all the power that we have. It just has to be brought together and used correctly and used properly and unified in a way that you see everybody else use it and unify it and have it benefit them the proper way. All right. We have to use our power in a way that can benefit us properly, not in a way that shortchanges us or gives it back to other people. All right. Because people are so strange and weird that they just don't know how to focus on something of their own. And you know that you have something that's good, and you know you have something of value when people can't keep their eyes off of it, and they can't focus on what they're doing. They have to pay attention to what you're doing. They have to worry about what you're doing. That's how you know you have something of value. If it wasn't valuable, would nobody pay attention to it? No one would be concerned about it. Nobody would focus on it. All right. But when you have something that is important that you're doing, it's going to bring attention about it's going to draw attention. All right. When you're doing something important and it's valuable, it's going to draw attention. And some people who can't do what you do are going to be paying attention to what you're doing. And if they feel some type of way about it, they're going to try to either copy it, they're going to try to redo it, they're going to try to recreate it, and that's good for them. All right. But that should let you know you may feel that you don't have anything of value or anything that is important, but you actually do. All right. And you could actually become successful off of that. You could actually do something important with that. All right. When you have people behaving strange around you, following you, doing things to try to upset you, basing what they do off of your movements, copying the way you dress, copying the way you behave, copying everything you do, there's money behind that. You can make money off of that. You can thrive off of that. You can survive off of that. All right. You can market that. That's why I put the little copy symbol in the title of this video. All right. They're copying you. They are copying you. And not only are they copying you, they're copywriting you. All right. Yes, they're wizards. Yes, they're snakes. Most of them. All right. A lot of them are wizards and snakes. They can't be you, but what they can do is they can try. They could mimic, they can insult. Here's what a lot of people do. A lot of people, since they can't be you, they try to make you hate being you. That's why you have people make fun of the way you look, or make fun of the way your hair is, or make fun of the way you dress, or just make fun of what you do, or just try to insult it, or make a mockery out of it. All right, they can't do what you do, so they try to make it so that you can't enjoy it. This is what haters do. This is the main psychological trick that haters will do. They can't do what you do, or they can't be you, so they try to make you hate what you do, or they try to make you not do what you're capable of doing, or they try to make you think you can't do it. They try to discourage you. They try to talk you out of it. They try to make you think you're not good enough, or they just try to make you hate yourself. All right, they try to make you hate yourself. They do things to try to make you unhappy. They do things to try to make you not comfortable. They do things to make you want to be them, because there's the comfortability in being them. They're not the ones who are targeted or harassed or messed with or bothered or have to endure what you have to endure, the strife, the struggle, the pain, if you want to call it. All right, they don't have to overcome these things. They don't have to go through these things. So what they do is they cause you to suffer. And since they have a whole system, or since they have an organization, or since they have a group, or since they have power backing them, what they'll do is what they do is they do things to try to harm you, to try to make you think it would be better to be them. And that's why you see a lot of self-hatred within ourselves. You see us trying to look like them. You see us trying to be them, wear our hair like them, or change our skin color or complexion or eye color or other things like that, because we suffer a self-hatred, and that self-hatred comes from not wanting to be what you are. And it would only be and it's only logic to not be what you are if you are set to suffer a whole bunch of scrutiny and a whole bunch of negativity and a whole bunch of things that nobody would want to have to deal with or go through. All right, so when you still choose to be yourself, and you still choose to be strong within who you are, and you overcome these things, you encompass an amount of power that not too many people will be able to find that exists within themselves. And once you find out that this power exists within yourselves, this is when you realize that you're just you're the SHIT. This is when you realize that you're God. This is when you realize you have the power and the presence of God in you. And this is when you realize you have more power and control over things and influences and everything than you thought. All right, you realize that the game is just a game to be played. All right, you just have to play the game the way it's supposed to be played, and you have to figure that out, how to do it for yourself. All right, so when you have people who are behaving like this, you have wizards, you have snakes. All right, it's an intimidation tactic. All right, it's a frustration tactic. It's a fear tactic. They're doing it to try to make you hate yourself and who you are. All right, they're doing it to try to make you hate yourself and who you are. They can't be you, so the only thing they can't see you. So the only thing they can do is try to pretend. That's it. The only thing they can try to do is pretend. All right, that's all. That's all they have the power to do. It's just a copy. It's just to try and recreate, but they can't do what the original person has done. That's it. They can't be the original. And that's why you'll have that. That's why you'll wonder why people will hate you for no reason. That's why you'll wonder why people will look at you in disgust for no reason. Some people can't accept that you're the greatest. Some people can't accept that you were first. Some people can't accept that you're the best by default, and that's just the way it was made, and there's no other way it could be. There's no other way it could be. They have to accept it. There's studies on it. There's science on it. There's hidden information on it. There's hidden agendas because of it. They're attacking you through the food. They're attacking you through music. They're attacking you through social media. There's so many attacks on you because of this, because they know that your DNA is waking up. They know that you're turning back into your natural ways of being and becoming who you are supposed to be naturally, becoming God, coming back to God, becoming powerful, becoming almighty powerful. All right, and there's nothing that can be done about it. All right, there's so many energies coming back to this planet. It's getting hotter. All right, there's certain people that aren't going to be able to survive this heat, and the only ones that are going to be able to survive it, that wouldn't be able to, are the ones that have love in their heart. I hope you can peep what I'm saying. The ones that have evil and hatred and all this negative energy towards other people, those are the ones that aren't gonna make it. They're not gonna make it through the heat. They're not gonna make it through the cataclysm. They're not gonna make it through the zombie apocalypse. They're not gonna make it through the food famines and all these things. They're not going to make it through these things. All right, they're gonna be hit with all of it. Everything that they're focused on the news, everything that they're seeing, everything they're paying attention to, they're going to be hit with all of it. Everything but the kitchen sink. Trust and believe that. All right, but the ones that have love in their heart for other people, and the ones that don't want to see other people do bad or suffer or experience any damage or suffering or pain, those are ones that are going to make it, because if you look at all the movies, if you look at all the apocalyptic movies, the ones that only make it to the end are the ones that are vibrating on a certain frequency, and that frequency, my friends, is love. All right, may sound cheesy, cliche, or corny, but it is what it is, and that's all it is. All right, so in God there's only light, there's no darkness at all. All right, so you have to ask yourself, what is it within you? Do you have light in you, or do you have darkness? Do you have some things you have to work on? You have to get closer to a more light-filled version of yourself. All right, as we all do. So hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe. Um, just let a warlock do what it needs to do, and let a snake do what it needs to do, because at the end of the day, you're protected and never neglected. And I know it's nothing to joke about, and I know this is nothing to play around with, but when you have things that you have no power over, that you can't see and that you can't control, and you put your faith into something that has all power and all control, what else can you do but smile and crack a little joke about it, because they're going to lose and get their behind busted anyway. So hit that like button, hit that share button. Don't forget to subscribe, and put all the power into yourself and not into them. And I'll see you in the next video. Peace.